Appreciate y'all boys tuning in to another YouTube video. Arman Tsarukyan, I'm not gonna lie, he's starting to become like really overrated, gang. And I got a lot of points that I'm gonna make when I'm saying this. But the thing is, starting off with this, looking at Arman's resume, it's not bad. Like, it's not bad, but then again, it's not, insane either. But I'm looking at, he's on a 4-fight win streak with those 4 fights being Demiris Magulov. That's 1. Then Joaquim Silva, 2. Benil, then Charles split decision. And we looking at these 4 fights. Joaquim Silva, yeah. Demiris Magulov, not terrible, but yeah. And Benil Dariush, that's a great win. That was his best win before Charles Oliveira. Then we get to Charles Oliveira by split decision. I don't like going off hypotheticals and off, it's a robbery, all this. He beat Charles. It's a win. But then we start fast forwarding. His fight was scheduled for January 18th. And it just didn't happen. And now we're in August. We're in August. And he still hasn't fought. So his fight gets canceled in January. And it's August. And he still hasn't fought. Hasn't been injured. Just hasn't fought. And I see a lot of people saying Arman runs through Ilya. Arman destroys Ilya. And a part of that is just because of what Ilya did to Charles. That's why. A lot of Charles fans are on Ilya's side, on Arman's side. I mean, just like, Arman, please do it. Arman has to be the guy to do it. Arman's going to do it. But in reality, I want to know what has Arman done to make you guys think that he's just going to destroy or Ilya, walk through Ilya. Like, I want Arman to be next for the title. Don't get me wrong. I want him to be next. I want him to fight Ilya next. But the thing is, Dana White told him after UFC 311 ended, after UFC 311 ended, he has to go back to the drawing board. He needs to get another fight. And ever since then, 6 months ago, he still hasn't fought. Arman has yet to fight. Well, not even 6 months ago, 8 months ago, he has still yet to fight. So we're over halfway throughout 2025, and the number 1 contender who can't fight for the belt next has yet to fight. Now, he has some matchups offered to him, one of which being Mateusz Gamrot, who he lost to Mateusz Gamrot, by unanimous decision. He lost to Mateusz Gamrot. And then, looking at it now, at that time, I think Gamrot was ranked number 10. I think he was ranked number 10 at that point. And, number 10. And Arman turned it down. But the thing is, people are saying, Arman, he should have turned it down because why would he fight somebody who's ranked number 10? All he needs to do is fight. Dana didn't say he needed to go on another win streak. He said he needed to win. Even after 317, before 317, he did an interview with Helen Yee. Asked about Arman. Dana White said he needs to win. Just because he made weight for a backup fighter doesn't mean anything. He needs to win. But yet, still again, he has yet to fight. So, I'm just like wondering, where did the Arman being this just, unstoppable force, like, where is this coming from, bro? Because his last fight was a split decision. Charles very well could have won that fight. I thought Arman won, but he very well could have won that fight. Different judge, different days, different outcome. But the thing is, he coming off a split decision over a year ago in April, UFC 300, UFC 319 is next week. After making this video, next week. That's 19 pay-per-view events since Arman's last fight. And mind you, fight nights, Apex cards, they're fitting in that time slot. He's been out of action that long. Doing grappling matches, had a grappling match between Magasharib, Zainakov, and Patricky Pitbull. But he needs to fight somebody. It don't matter if you fight somebody unranked, just fight somebody. Gaethje said he wasn't going to fight him. Patty, I don't know why he doesn't want to fight him. So, just fight someone. Arman could have very well been next for Ilya. But he's not. And I'm not going to lie. If Ilya fights Justin Gaethje, let's say he knocks Justin Gaethje out in like the first 2 minutes like he did Charles, and Islam wins the welterweight title, he very very well might not even fight Ilya. Ilya could end up going up and fighting Islam. And that's the matchup I want. I want Ilya Islam, but then again, at 155, I want Arman Ilya. But Arman is messing it up. He won't fight. So Gaethje ends up getting a title shot, maybe. Ilya gets some type of crazy KO. We missing out on yet another matchup. Because Arman and Islam, that's the matchup everybody wanted to see. A matchup that was just in the making because his UFC debut, he lost to Islam. He actually took down Islam. He lost to him, though. And then the second fight, we can't even get that. Now we will never get him and Islam. Him and Islam would never happen. We would never get that fight now. It's gone. All because of Arman pulling out the day of the fight, messed up back, whatever. And it's just bad. It's just bad, bro. But it's to a point where I don't get why people talking about Arman like he's just this force, like he's just running through everybody. He didn't run through Charles. He ran through Benny, yes, but I just seen Benny get dropped by Moicano, bro. Like, yes, he ran through like Benny. He got dropped by Joaquin Silva. Yes, he ended up finishing him. Good performance for Arman. But looking at this streak he's on, this 4-fight win streak, beat Damir Ismagulov by unanimous decision. TKO Joaquin Silva after he got dropped. TKO Beneil Dariush, great performance. Split decision Charles Oliveira. I'm thinking like, bro, why do people think Arman, like where did this come from? Like where? Like just cause he a wrestler? Like just cause he can wrestle? Ilya can wrestle too. Ground and pound? Ilya is like, when have you seen Ilya being so susceptible to such things? Like, I get the style. He's a wrestler, so you got to take Ilya down, hold him down. What about on the feet? Where the fight begins? What if he can't get Ilya down? Was he going to just skate around on the outside and just out kickbox Ilya the whole fight? Charles was able to land some good shots on Arman on the feet. Not saying he outstruck Arman. Arman won that fight. I thought he won. But I just want to know, like, what does Arman, like, just going to shoot in the first 10 seconds, take Ilya down, keep him there the whole fight, TKO him, not let Ilya won't land a punch. Ilya won't be able to land any combinations. I'm just confused, bro. Honestly. Like, I could see if Arman was on his rampage and he's just finishing everybody, running through everybody. But that's just not the case at all. It's just not the case. It's just not. But I understand it. A lot of Charles fans want Ilya. They're on the Ilya Topuria hate watch. I get that. A lot of Islam fans, same thing. Ilya wanted to fight Islam. The fans are very parasocial, bro. So best believe the fans feel some type of way about him wanting to fight Islam. Yes. That's the MMA community. So they're also on the Ilya Topuria hate watch. So all these fan bases, different fans on Ilya Topuria hate watches, and they want to see him lose. Of course they're going to build up Arman like he's some force. But then when Ilya goes in there and knocks him out and just runs through him, and it's not a close fight or competitive, then it's like Arman was never that good. Because then they're going to be looking back and say, they really thought somebody coming off a split decision and Charles Oliveira was going to win, even though he's going to have to fight one more. So let's say he beats Dan Hooker. They really thought somebody who just beat Dan Hooker, it's Dan Hooker going to beat Ilya. Excuse me. That's the conversation that's going to be being had, bro. I know. I've seen this before. You think somebody is unstoppable force until they run into the person that was the whole time they were the unstoppable force. And I already told you, Ilya Topuria, he's not losing anytime soon. Like, if you want to beat Ilya, you have to out MMA Ilya for a whole fight. And not many people are able to do that. The people that I think have a chance of doing that are fighters like Islam Makhachev because of the wrestling threat. You know, Volk maybe. Before the Islam, pre-Islam Volk maybe. But even then, I still think he probably TKO's Volk late, like in round 4. Max, you know, because Max is just there to be hit. So, not many fighters are you just got to be crazy bigger than him. You know, Arman is 5'7". They say Ilya is listed at 5'7", but I think Ilya is like 5'6.5". So I say maybe Arman is a little bit taller than him. But what does that mean, bro? It means nothing. It means nothing. Because Ilya is really dense. Arman is dense as well. Arman might have him by like a few pounds. But a few pounds don't matter if if you're that skilled like Ilya Taporia. So I'm just not. I don't get the logic, bro. I'm not understanding it. But maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it's something that I gotta see. But who knows, bro? I just know Ilya Taporia. He gets booked against Arman Tsarukyan after Arman take it this long of a layoff. He's gonna get KO'd in the first round, bro. Arman needs to fight somebody. Go in there, know like where he stands and where he is, physical conditioning wise, where he is in actual combat. Because you can train all day, every day, but if you aren't fighting, you're just not getting that thrill of somebody actually trying to take your head off and hurt you. You're just not getting that. And if Arman not getting that, and it's been so long, he just jumps right back in there with somebody like Ilya Taporia with all this momentum. Vote Max Charles, knock out all three, all this momentum. You're looking at a very quick night in the office. And you're looking at a very embarrassing night for Arman Tsarukyan. So he needs to get a fight. He needs to, know where he stands in that fight. And then we can get him versus Ilya, maybe. But if Ilya fights again before Arman fights once, just his fault. Like, honestly. Just his fault, bro. But I appreciate y'all boys tuning in to another YouTube video. Y'all just keep showing love and support. I'm going to keep these videos coming. Follow me on TikTok. Join the Discord. All my links down below in the description. I love y'all boys. As always, I'm going to see y'all on the next one.